Hi there, this is Joe from Signagelive, and today we released a brand new update for our weather widgets within the Signagelive marketplace. As of today, we've released support for the French language, so you can now display any text-based weather information on the weather widgets in French. To confirm, this will only apply to brand new apps added from the marketplace, so if you already have some weather widgets on your Signagelive network, they will not have the French support added to them. So if you require the French support, you will need to go into the marketplace and add a brand new widget to your network. I figured I'd use this as an opportunity to do that myself and show you how you can get the best out of these weather apps. Here I am in my Signagelive network. I'm going to go to Content, Playlists, Create and Edit. We are now in the Asset Library. To get to the Marketplace from here, we can head to this button in the top left here that says Marketplace. If I click on that, I will now be taken to the Signagelive marketplace. We have an array of free apps here that you can access as and when you want to, but today we're going to scroll down and we are going to find the weather widget. To confirm, when I say widgets, I do mean apps as well, so you might see me flicking between both phrases, but think of a widget as an app and an app as a widget. Anyway, we're on the weather page here now. We've got an option of two different types of weather apps here. You can have a flat style or you can have a more realistic style. The language support is available for both of them. Today I'm just going to go for a flat style one. Once I've selected that, I can choose whether I want a landscape one or a portrait one. In my case, I'm going to do a landscape one. Now, if I scroll down, you see I get tons of different options. These give you previews of what these would look like depending on how many days of weather data you want to display. In my case, let's just do this 3-day forecast one here. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to click Add to Signagelive. That is now going to add that app into my asset library, and I can use that as and when I want to. Coming out of the marketplace now, I'm now back in the asset library. If I head to recently added here, you can see my weather app is right here, and this is the one I've just added from the marketplace. If I now drag and drop that over into a playlist on the right here, I can now edit the properties for that app. And I can do that by double clicking on it like so. Upon doing so, you'll see we get some options. I'm firstly going to untick use player address, and I'll go back to what that does in a minute. But if I hit refresh here now, we should see a preview of the weather app on the left here. So this preview is based on the default information that is put in the properties here, which happens to be United States. Obviously, I can change this to whatever I want it to be. So in my case, it will be United Kingdom. I can put in more granular information such as the postcode, the county and such as well. And when I hit refresh, it's then going to pull in that information and display that in the preview there on the left. So you can see from the preview on the left here, we've got a good weekend ahead. Anyway, scrolling back up, you can see we've got a language drop down here. If I click on that drop down, you can now see we've got French here. Of course, you've got the options of Spanish, German, etc. as well. If I click on any of these languages and hit refresh, you will then see that preview on the left. Any change you make here, if you want to see it in real time, make sure you hit refresh and then you will see it on the left there. So you can now see that this weather information is now displayed in French. I can of course change the temperature values as well to whatever I want, and I can add my address information as I mentioned earlier to get a more precise location for this weather data. The use player address button here, this is very useful because if you actually insert your address information on the actual player itself, on the site and contact details tab, you can then skip all of this altogether and just tick this box here. That will allow you to pull that address information from the player on your dashboard. Once you've got your weather app ready to go, just hit save, publish that to a player, and you'll have your weather information in a language of your choosing on your Signagelive players. That's all from me today. I hope this helped. If you have any more questions, please do get in touch. And until then, I'll catch you in the next product update.